Allison has a great question. Does she need to collect sales tax from her photography clients? Welcome to the Photography Pricing Channel. It's great to have you here. This is the YouTube channel in which you subscribe right now to get regular updates on ideas related to pricing your photography and making your photography business more profitable. So in this video, we're talking about sales tax. What a huge issue, a complicated issue. And so I have some information which will help you in the search for the right information for you based on where you live. That's right, there's no simple answer because every place is different. Every state has different laws, and even within the same state, you may have to collect different taxes depending on what part of the state or what city you're in. Now let me share some general rules, which of course in everything that I say has an exception somewhere. But here's the general rule. If you deliver an actual item, an end product, you probably have to pay sales tax. Now you may be in a state that doesn't collect sales tax, so that is good for you when it comes to this topic. However, most states, I believe it's about 45 of the states out of the 50, actually do collect sales tax. So if you deliver a final product, such as a wedding album or a DVD or a thumb drive, you need to collect tax on that item. Now there's a common misperception that you only charge tax on that end use item. For example, if you charge $50 for an album or $75 for a DVD, you only charge tax on that item, $50 and the $75 for those end items, and that is not the case. You actually have to charge tax on all the services related to creating that end product. So your photography services, the editing services, the retouching services, those items in most states have to be taxed as part of the end use item that you deliver. So if you deliver a wedding album at the end of the day and it costs your client $3,000, you probably need to charge tax on $3,000. However, in most states, if you deliver your images electronically, for example, you upload them to PhotoShelter, or you send them to SmugMug, or you deliver them via email, FTP, or Dropbox, well then you don't need to charge sales tax. They've been delivered electronically, and that method of delivery is exempt. However, there are about 5 states that do charge for digital files. For example, Alabama, Utah, and Washington. So if you live in those states, among a couple others, you have to charge for your digital delivery. Now, for some of us, we have to charge different tax rates depending on where we live in the state. I believe Minnesota is one of those places where there are different tax rates because some of the cities actually charge sales tax too. Now, if you upload electronically, I highly recommend you document everything. You could even screen capture the upload to Dropbox or PhotoShelter, or a copy of the email in which you sent the images to the client. I would also put on your invoices electronic delivery. That way you have a paper record of the transaction. Now, there are some institutions such as the US government which are exempt from sales tax. Of course, charities also may be exempt. However, you need to make sure you have a certificate to prove that that exemption is valid. I often get the question, what happens if your client is out of state? And quite often when that's the case, we deliver our files electronically. So that answers its own question. But if you send a package, maybe a DVD, to another part of the country, you are not responsible for collecting that sales tax. However, if the state is connected to yours, sometimes there's an agreement in which you do have to collect that sales tax. So you better check into that. Here's the basic fact that new laws are being implemented all the time. Your best bet is to document everything. Understand your laws in your state to the best of your ability, and if you're still unsure, hire a tax professional to sort it all out for you. But chances are, if you are delivering physical products, you need to charge sales tax in some form. If you're doing electronic delivery, make sure you document everything and be sure you understand which parts of your process may or may not be taxable. So what's sales tax like where you're from? Put that in the comments below. Also let us know your experience in dealing with sales tax and maybe some clues that will help other members of the community out. We're always looking for more information. Of course, if you found this video valuable, make sure you like it and share it with your friends. And if you don't want to miss a future upload, be sure to subscribe.